Cultivating a Home, talking to you today about people skills, something that we can all continue to get better at our entire lives. Really, when I think of people skills, I think of showing interest in others. It's something that we should strive to do, and it's also something I believe should be important in our parenting, that each of our kids, no matter their personality, learns to step out of their comfort zone so that they can show interest in other people. So this applies to the one that you might think is introverted, but that introverted person, wonderful personality. I don't think we should try to change their personality, but I do believe it's important that they are equipped with the skill set and also the knowledge, the foundation of the principle, so they can make wise choices wherever they are. But the principle of being about someone else. And that should be enough when they really grasp that they will be able to step out of an introverted role when they walk into a room. Instead of thinking, who's going to talk to me, or I'm going to sit over here and be quiet, they could recognize that could look rude, that could feel awkward to other people. So we're equipping them to see the importance of another person. And even though they might not like to engage in small talk, teach them some ways to do that and go over to the other person and ask how they're doing, or may I sit here, and learn the art of small talk like that. It also applies to the extrovert, who we naturally all would think they have it easy, they can go talk to anybody, but that's not necessarily always the case. An extreme extrovert may in fact need to learn to calm down, to say less, and to instead of the conversation being about, hey, here I am, to still turn their mind to how is that person doing and show their interest in that person that way. So really, people skills applies to both the introvert and the extrovert, and really the mixture of the two, because probably most of you listening are somewhere in the middle of that. You're not this extreme or that extreme. So let's talk a little bit about some things that we do unintentionally that make the conversation, make building friendships kind of difficult if we have these qualities. So you might want to kind of listen and run a little checklist through yourself, and also regarding your children, especially if there's one of your children that you're really wondering, why are they not making friendships? And so you could watch them in a group setting, or even in the car with one or two other people in there, and see, do they turn the conversation onto themselves? Do they know how to have it be quiet sometimes? Do they feel like they have to make silence, like take away silence by speaking? Because you want to notice the people around you, and sometimes people enjoy space. They enjoy quiet. They don't have to always fill it with words. I know sometimes the extroverted person feels like if someone's quiet, they have to go to that person and draw them out and make conversation, but really observe that person. They might really enjoy quiet. And so that's when we would want to monitor our own words and actions and behavior to make the situation comfortable for the other person and allow there to be silence, or just music playing if you're in a car, or whatever. But also watch, does the person one up somebody? If there's a conversation going on, does that person have the tendency to then say how their vacation was better, or their dress was more expensive, or their situation, their story was more exciting? And so watch that, because if that's taken place, that really pushes people away, and they find that an annoying quality, even if they've never identified what it is about the person. But they find that they keep turning the conversation onto themselves. Another way that many of us do that same kind of thing, where we turn the conversation onto ourselves, is we interrupt. And because really, if you bottom line it, it's because we think our story that is in our mind, that the other person's talking about something, but all of a sudden they remind us of our own story. We're really, when we interrupt, we're really saying, my story's more important. So as we learn to care about the other person more, we can learn to put our story on hold and not say it. And even wait for that person to completely finish their story and ask them a further question about their story. So the focus is still on that person instead of turning the attention to us. And then if it's quiet and the situation seems right to share your story, then share it. But otherwise, let the attention be on that person. And that's it for today. Just wanted to share a couple points with you, and there's a lot more. So stay tuned and follow me. Talk to you later.